Stitching Buddies, I'm Catherine from Bumpkin Hill, and today I'm going to be showing you how to stitch a very simple flower using backstitch, like these little sweet roses. So let's begin. So I'm going to show you how I stitch roses. Often I use a woven wheel stitch, but it makes a nice change just to use simple backstitch like I have done on this one. So for this flower I have already done a little centre with some French knots, and then I'm simply going round in a spiral with backstitch around the edge. So bring your needle out and go backwards, needle out at the front, and take it back. So you make these small little back stitches in a spiral. So then I'm going to start the second circle, and when you start out the stitches are quite small, but you can make them larger as you work around the circle. So again I go backwards, sometimes you get little knots, but that's okay, just loosen it up. And then you go forwards, and then backwards into the end of the previous stitch. It's a very relaxing way to stitch. So I've got about halfway around the rose now, and you can see how it's starting to build up and create this sort of circular effect. So you just keep working around in circle after circle, just building it up. So I've brought the needle out in front, and you go backwards into the end of the previous stitch, and then again in front of, about a stitch worth in front of the previous stitch, and then backwards into the end of the previous stitch and backwards into the end of the stitch before. It creates a nice effect of sort of lots of layers of petals. So I'm just coming to the end of the rose. It's becoming a nice spiral effect, and I've made these stitches slightly longer as I've gone around. Just the last few stitches, forwards and backwards, and there we are, a nice little rose stitched with French knots in the centre and backstitch.